Everybody, my name is Art Conforti, and I want to say, first off, happy 2020 to you, and I hope this year is going to be one of the best ones ever. But how will that be? Why will this year be any different than last year? That's the boomerang difference. You can go to an ad agency anywhere, and they'll give you advice. You can go to a web company, they'll build you a website. But if you want to know how to market and manage your business, I hope you'll take the time to call me and let's talk about some ideas and strategies. First off, let's make benchmarks for 2020. What's a benchmark? It's a figure that we come up with that we want to try to meet or exceed for the future. So you've got all the numbers there right now. It's the numbers from 2019. Going into Valentine's Day, you know how many deliveries you did last year. Keep it simple. Let that be your benchmark. This year, we're going to try to exceed that number. And take that one holiday at a time and look to achieve it and beat it each time. And while you're doing that, make sure you pay close attention to your expenses. Let's talk about expenses real quick. This is the ugly part, but it's really simple, I promise. Just don't give up on me here. Stay with me. Ready? Number one, labor. Labor should be within 30% of your gross sales. Number two, cost of goods. Watch those flowers, what you're spending for them and what you're marking them up at. Number three, marketing should be about 10%. I'm sorry, so the first one was labor, 30%. Cost of goods should also be 30%. Marketing, 10%. And then you have your facilities, expenses, and insurance. That's your rent or your mortgage, and that should be around another 10% of your sales. So now you have 80%. Considering now we want to try to get 10 to 15% profit out of there, the rest is going to be the variable. So the closer you watch your bottom line, the better. Now, I started my store, well, my parents did in 1986. There was nothing in Beneva Flowers. It was just an empty building. So in 1992, I bought it from them. In 1996, I bought RTI, and I never looked back. I finally had a tool that was able to show me the numbers at any given time, and that was the guiding light to my website, which I created. I started that in 1998, completed it in 2001, and sold over 70 copies to the best and the biggest florists in the industry. And what made it so special? It was the tools, the marketing. Have a good website, have an exceptional marketing plan in place, and unique features. And that's what I would create and implement. And that was the difference. So today, you have your numbers in front of you. Are you prepared to control your expenses so you can control and continue to give people a phenomenal product, make people smile, create those beautiful weddings, and make sure you control your profitability every step of the way? Again, that's the boomerang difference. I talk to my florists about their expenses. What is it costing them to complete the business that they're trying to achieve? What is the purpose of every day opening that door? And that is to turn a profit. Too many florists are caught up in making beautiful arrangements. But just keep this in mind. If you overstuff $5 on every arrangement that goes out the door, the busier and bigger you get, the more money you're losing. So watch the little things, and that's what I've been talking to florists about today. I have had 3 conference calls. It's Saturday, and the number one area of concern most of the florists had after going through all the expenses and the cost for every department was controlling the arrangements that are being created and sent out the door. And I have a plan for that. I'd be happy to give that to you. Just contact me. I'll be able to go over it with you. But you can control that, and it's a very simple system. Again, at my company, we had, I don't know if I said this or not, but we had 35% of our sales were labor. And I did that because many shops are so busy getting that order out the door, no one's watching and managing that overstuffing or making sure the products are being used. I mean, I was so concerned about using product. Every weekend, what's the first question people say? Can you still deliver? It's a Saturday, right? And then what do you have? They go to the website, they pick something that you don't have half of the products, and now you can't get the arrangement completed. I put a cooler cam in my shop. I put it on the arrangements and I let them select item 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that was just a mixed arrangement at 4 different price points. Now I was able to move the products out the door that I was already making. Ideas like that, I've got plenty of them for you. Let me know what your challenges are, and I'll help you with the results. And now you'll have something that is going to work for you, get a great product out the door, and control your costs. So 2020, make it about the numbers, control your expenses, and one industry thought I want to leave you with. Please be careful for the wire outs. Be happy to fill a wire in. It's the blood of our business. It's the air that we breathe. It's what makes us different than everyone else. Amazon is working very hard to get the same day delivery, something the flower industry has done for over 100 years. Remember the value in getting something done like that for your customer. Sure, they can go to a florist and find them themselves. I've even heard of flower shops giving the name of a shop in another area. Don't do that. Why? Because you're the one that they're trusting. If that arrangement goes wrong or something doesn't work, it's your name and your reputation on the line. At least if you take the order for the client, then you control the experience and you can set the expectation to make sure that the arrangement is going to be the way the customer wanted it. So we have a lot of great features. It's a terrific industry that we're in. Look for what you can do better to control your costs, your profit, and your ability to make this industry better. And together, we can stay ahead of the competition because digital is here and technology is right ahead of us. We need to keep up and along with it. So make it a great 2020. Call me if you have any questions. I'd love to give you some ideas on how to reach the numbers and your benchmarks.